Alright, so let's get started directly. Yuvraj, we're putting you in the hot seat. The World Cup is coming up and you've been a man of the tournament 2011. So what is your favorite moment? We all have lots of favorite moments about you as fans, but what is your favorite moment from your career or from the 2011 World Cup?
First of all, thank you to MoneyGram for having me over here. Sorry about it. Yes, want to thank MoneyGram for having me over here. I think it's a great initiative that MoneyGram is putting all these wishes together for all the new team, young team going in the World Cup. It's a high pressure tournament, and definitely they need our wishes. As I said, definitely need our wishes, and as I said, we all will be gunning for them, and hopefully, I have a great feeling that India should go all the way through. We've had a decent record in the World Cup. I think India has won 2 World Cups, and but the way I see my team, I think we have a very strong side. And hopefully, as I said, should go to the last 4. We have, as you know, great memories about the World Cup 2011. I think we had a great team, and we had some really experienced players. And winning the World Cup is can't really explain the feeling. It's very hard to describe it in words. When you start playing as a young kid, you think that playing for India is going to be a dream. But then you actually go and achieve that, and then there are very few, I feel very few blessed guys who actually get the opportunity to actually win the World Cup. I've seen a lot of great players who don't have that cup in their kitty. So it's as a sports person, winning a World Cup is probably the best thing that can happen to you. That's what I would like to say.
Lovely. And one more thing which always, I want to ask this question, and today I've got the opportunity. When you hit those 6 sixes in those 6 balls, right? It is such a high pressure situation when knowing that there are millions of people watching you. I know I've seen in interviews that Virupaji used to, sing songs to himself just to keep himself calm. What was your mindset? What was going on in your mind when you were playing those 6 balls and, you just hit them all over the boundary?
Well, definitely, I was not singing like Viru. I actually went into bat where there were like only 3 overs to spare. And, didn't have a choice, had to like start hitting from the first ball. And I remember, when I started hitting the ball, everything was going through from the middle of my bat, and I just felt that maybe this could be my day. And obviously, the argument with Flintoff actually charged me up, and it actually it went in our favor. And I think it was just one of those days that everything is meant to go your way. And I was playing really well before that in a one-day tournament against England, and I remember while I was bowling, I got hit for 5 sixes in 1 over, and probably the calls I got in those 15 days, every time I scored runs, never got so many calls. So it was a very disappointing moment for me. But when I hit those 6 sixes, I think everything became even then.
I'm sure Flintoff has never dared to argue with an Indian after that. Anyway, and so Yogesh and Sukesh, what is your fan moment of Yuvraj, having seen him over the years? Or the ladies also, if you'd like to share. Any fan moment that you'll have of, what is that clear memory that you have of Yuvraj as you being a fan?
I have a couple of them. One, I guess, NatWest series. Of course, the famous shirt when we won. I very clearly remember that one. Of course, the 6 sixers was, in fact, I was so tempted to say, you should thank Flintoff because then that's when the 6 sixers came out, right? So those two are very clear there. I can say a few more, that then Yogesh also needs a few. He does not want to repeat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm a great fan, Yuvraj. So thanks for gracing our occasion. But yeah, I think for me, of course, the finals, I was there in the stadium. And that's quite a moment. But the World Cup in general and the way, I think you won 4 man of the matches then. And that's a record. So, and the player of the series. But, also 2 other World Cups that UE has been a part of. I think the 2000 Junior World Cup, the under-19, and then the 2007 T20 inaugural World Cup. So, lots of memories, and I still remember you announcing yourself in Nairobi in the Champions Trophy. That was the innings against Australia that I can't forget ever. So that's really a lot of fanboy moments. Thanks.
Thank you. If you ask me, my fanboy moment was when you hit cancer for a 6 and emerged a winner. I think hats off to you for that. Great inspiration to millions of people. All right, with that, I'd like to invite Joanne to please come up and tell us a little more about the wishing campaign. Hamari Sanskriti mein, we wish people, we give them good wishes when they embark on a journey, when there's an auspicious occasion. So let's know a little bit more about the campaign that we have by MoneyGram for this upcoming ICC World Cup.
Namaste. Thank you. We started our relationship with ICC almost 10 years ago, and the platform it has given us has allowed us to reach the Indian diaspora around the world. This campaign layers on to that, really. What it does is we've established a microsite that lets Indians from around the globe go and give wishes and blessings to their favorite players and teams. So it allows people to feel closer to home, it allows them to feel closer to the game, and that's been our goal all along in supporting cricket. We want to make sure that everybody feels that their passion for and their love for cricket is heard around the world. So giving your wishes and blessings is something that we hope we can provide to everyone through this campaign. Thank you.
Lovely, and I was just checking the stats as we speak. In the last few days that we've launched this campaign, we've already got over 233,000 wishes from fans across the globe. And of course, majorly have been for the Indian cricket team. They have the option of wishing whichever team is their favorite, but I think more than 99% are for the Indian team. So let's get started and let's see those wishes, and let's get Yuvraj to wish the Indian team. So Yuvraj, the app, you just have to enter your details, write your wish for the... May I request you to please come near the screen, Yuvraj, the screen there. And then may I request the MoneyGram team also to give their wishes one by one. Can we display that on the screen? And for everyone else who would like to join in for the wishes, the address is given in the press release that you'll be getting a copy of. Joanne, if you can please do the honors and give your wishes for Team India. This is a customized application developed by MoneyGram. May I request Sabrina to please give her wishes after Joanne is done. And Yogesh, we'd like to see your wishes coming up next after Sabrina. And finally, may I request Sukesh to please do the honors after Yogesh is done giving his best wishes to Team India. I'm sure the collective power of the energy and the wishes are definitely going to help Team India. Thank you. Let's have a group photograph there with the wishes. Can we all please pose for a photograph? The MoneyGram team along with Yuvraj Singh. Thank you, and can we also have a photograph here against the backdrop before we open the floor for questions? Yeah. You can just stand here. Yeah. Yeah. All right, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Yes, the floor is now open for questions. And as we know, this is related to the ICC World Cup. So may I request all of you all to please refrain your questions only to the World Cup. You can raise your hand. We'll come to you with the mic. Please state your name, the organization that you represent, and then your question, please.
Yeah, Vishwanath from The Hindu. My question is to Yuvraj. Yuvraj, the joy of winning 2 World Cups, I'm not talking about the junior and the senior in 2011, how different it ought to be different. And number 2 is, obviously, there's been a lot of debate about when we won the 2011 World Cup, number 3 and 4 were very good. We lost Sehwag and Sachin quickly. We had Virat Kohli and Gambhir also doing the rescue at first. So in this World Cup, we don't have a number 4. Nobody is still defined who is going to be number 4. Although they say Vijay Shankar. How do you look at the whole scenario? Can you go into the World Cup without knowing who actually is going to be number 4?
Well, that question you need to ask selectors, coach, captain, not me. All I can say is that yes, as you said, number 4 is a very important position, and I'm sure they have selected the team thinking about the whole combination. And well, I guess you gotta, we have to find who's be batting at number 4. I'm sure there are a couple of options, and we just have to wait and watch. See, the thing for me is that when you go back, you need experience to whatever number you're batting. All 5 positions are very important, and the conditions are going to be different. So I think it's how you manage yourself under pressure, because you'll be put under pressure. Best teams in the world are playing, and you will be put under pressure. So the guys, how they handle pressure in current situations is actually going to show the character of the team, because definitely India has been playing really well from last 2-3 years, especially in one-day cricket. And but the pressure is going to be completely different. So how they manage it, we just have to wait and watch.
Yuvraj, you played a key role as an all-rounder in the 2011 World Cup. How do you look at someone like Hardik Pandya, who's emerged as a big all-rounder, and he's done well in the IPL? You playing with him in Mumbai Indians. So how do you look at him, especially at the World Cup?
I actually was having this conversation with him yesterday that he will have a really great chance of performing really well with the ball and bat. The kind of form he is in. So I was actually having a chat with him about it yesterday, and I think he's definitely, the way he's batting at the moment is phenomenal. I hope he carries that form, and he's been bowling well in patches as well. But as I said, that it's all about how you handle that pressure, and T20 is very different for 50 overs. T20 gets over very quickly, and 50-over game is looks like a long version now, especially after T20. So I think it's I just really hope that Hardik has a really awesome tournament, the way he's batting especially, and definitely the other guys as well.
Follow up to his question about Hardik. Hardik has been hitting the ball very straight actually this time, clearing the ball straight. Yeah. What does that indicate from a batsman point of view?
Well, that's probably the best shape as a batsman could get in. I've been watching him since the practice games. He was hitting the ball really well, and I said to him, I think it's going to be a special tournament for you, the way you're hitting the ball. So when over the years, you as an experienced player, that if someone is hitting the ball well, he's keeping a great shape. He got 91 of 31 balls against KKR, and probably that's the best innings I've seen in an IPL tournament. Just because he hit 4 quality bowlers he was batting against. So when you're doing that, you know that someone is batting really well.
Yuvraj, Nikhil from PTI. India has done considerably well in England in ODI tournaments, be it the 2013 Champions Trophy or the 2017 Champions Trophy. So you think, and most of the players last year also played Test series in England, you think that will give an advantage to our country?
Well, Test series got nothing to do with the one-day tournaments over there. Yes, India has done well in England, comparatively well. So I think definitely we will have that confidence. But I think 2 years ago we played Champions Trophy over there. So I think the wickets will be really good for the World Cup. There'll be high-scoring games, and players are going to be tested. So preparation can be important. We can talk about all other things. I'm going to come back to the same thing, saying that it's how you deal with current situations over there, and your true character is going to show under pressure when things are actually not going for you. So we have to wait and watch.
Gaurav Gupta from Times of India. Do you think that current form, some players are also not in great form in the IPL, some Indian players will be playing in the World Cup. How much is that going to matter? Does form matter? Because the format is different. Kedar Jadhav and, a couple of players were not in form.
See, you can't really compare T20 form with 50 overs, first of all. In T20, you don't really have time. You have to, out of 5, 7, 10 balls, sometimes first ball, you have to start going and hitting, looking for 4s and 6s. It's a different ball game. 50 overs, you have a lot of time, to get set and start going. So you can't really assess 20 over form with 50 over form. But Kedar got 150 against Mumbai. I thought he batted really well. And other guys are in really good form. MS is in great form. Rohit's been hitting the ball well. So is Virat. So Shikhar. I mean, if you look at 90% of the guys, they are in actually good form. And number 6, as you spoke about Kedar, you get very less opportunities to actually show your form. So I think I'm pretty happy the way all the players are playing.
Hi. Yeah. How much you are confident about India's...
So your name, please.
Yeah.
Just
Subodh Mayure from Midday. How much you are confident about India's bowling attack, particularly when Kuldeep is not performing that much in IPL?
As I said, I don't assess T20 over cricket with 50 over. I think Kuldeep's been a fantastic bowler for India, and I'm sure he'll bounce back very quickly. And there are 9 games to be played, and I don't know, 9 or 10, I don't know how many. But I just feel that you cannot assess 50 over or 20 overs. If you were playing 50 overs right now, yeah, we could say that, okay, somebody's not bowling well, but he's been very effective with England, South Africa, Australia when he bowled. So I think our strength is to play with 2 spinners. It's been for a while now. So that is why it's I think it'll be important to bank on them.
Hi, Arunil from Times Now. Hello, Yuvraj.
Hi.
So basically having foreign coaches like Ricky Ponting is the coach of Delhi Capitals, is also the assistant coach of Australia. Does it hamper, does it basically raises a concern that Indian players will be exposed just ahead of the World Cup? Because considering Sanjay Bangar was not allowed to coach Kings 11 Punjab because he is an assistant coach, why was Ricky Ponting allowed then?
Boss, I am not in the board.
How do you look at it?
Neither I would. No.
What is your opinion?
Administrative questions.
No, what is your opinion on it?
See, my opinion is battery is gone. No, I think I shouldn't be answering that question. My opinion is that first of all, that is not my call. So I can't really say that who should be coach or not coach. I think Ricky Ponting is a legend, and it's great for young guys to benefit from him because they will learn so much. And Sanjay has worked with the Indian team for such a long time, and he's got great work ethics. So I actually not in a position to say who should be coaching where and who should be not coaching where. It's a great opportunity for everyone to learn when people have experience in their life. So I would just like to say that. It's not my call. Sorry.
Yuvraj, other than India, which are the other teams? England and Australia are being touted as the favorites. West Indies are also, they also look good. So whom would you rate as the other teams which could give India a tough?
I think my first 2 teams are England and India. And obviously with Warner and Smith coming back, Australia would be in contention. And yes, West Indies also looks a very power-packed side, but you can't really say at this stage. But I think India, Australia, England, I would say India, England first, and third would be Australia. Fourth, I don't know, I'll tell you later.
Before the World Cup ends. Any more questions? Yeah.
Hi, it's like every tournament, like every World Cup when India starts as favorites. So this time, is there any area that the batting department needs to be a little careful about as they, approach the World Cup? Do you have any suggestions?
Can't say, too early. As I said that, I'm sure they picked the team with all the concerns. And you have to see how the team see completely different conditions from here. T20 cricket we're playing right now, 50 over. It's a complete different ball game. So you have to assess these things as once the tournament starts, you under 3-4 games, and then you see your combination. What is the best combination for you? We have a lot of talent. I'm sure we'll figure out the right way to go deeper in the tournament.
Yeah, this side.
Hello. Hi, Yuvraj. This is Yash from Sotswala. I wanted to ask, what do you think of the Afghanistan team? It's a new team. Do you think they'll be the new Bangladesh of the World Cup? Like, you know, bringing up cricketing upsets, like how Bangladesh defeated Australia and all of that. What do you think of the Afghanistan team with Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi and everyone?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. They're a side to watch out for. Mohammad Nabi and Rashid Khan are great talents, and they've been doing really well for Hyderabad and when they play for Afghanistan and other leagues. So I think the confidence has really grown since they played the IPL and you know, competed with, you know, teams like India and like tournaments like Asia Cup. So on that day they actually can defeat a very big team. I'm pretty sure that can happen the way their team is progressing. It's very good to see Afghanistan is playing such good cricket. It's nice to see that you know, teams, small teams are started to compete with big teams and started to actually threaten teams. So it's definitely not a small team anymore, I guess.
Hi, Yuvraj, Bihan from Hindustan Times. Unlike your playing days when you had a Sachin, Saurav, Sehwag and these players to chip in for a couple of overs in between to get you crucial wickets, the top order these days, like Indian top batting order, none of them are really all-rounders. So does that create a cause of concern going into a World Cup when you have 5 specialist bowlers and probably just one Kedar Jadhav or a Vijay Shankar playing in the side?
Interesting question, but yeah, definitely you have less bowling options. But the thing is that though at that time we had only 4 fielders in the circle. So your part-timer could actually get 3 or 4 overs out. But now with 5 fielders in the circle, it's very difficult to get those overs out from, you know, other guys. So more specialist bowlers have to bowl. And I'm sure they have to get some overs out from whoever's playing, you know, at number 6 to bowl those 3 or 5 overs, whether it's Kedar, whether it's Vijay or whoever plays. You have to get those 4 or 5 overs out, definitely, or maybe, you know, sometimes 10. So let's see.
Thank you.
Last couple of questions, anyone?
Well, I don't know it's the best way, but I definitely feel it's a tougher format than the last 2-3 World Cups, because last 2-3 World Cups you had 4 or 5 games to then qualify semi-finals. So I think it's definitely, you know, when you just think that we have to play 9 games and then on points we need to qualify, it definitely adds a bit of pressure. But it's not for us; it's for all the teams. So I think I feel it's going to be tough mentally to handle that kind of pressure.
Yuvraj, you also must have played Jasprit Bumrah in the nets, you know.
I don't play him in the nets. Okay. I tell him not to bowl to me.
But does his presence also give India a huge advantage? You
know?
Definitely.
Jasprit Bumrah is probably, you know, if you take the first top 3 world-class bowlers at the moment, he's right up there in top 3. And he's been winning us games with his bowling. And, you know, he's best when he's attacking the batsman. And I think definitely I'm gunning for Jasprit as being the best bowler in the coming World Cup. Yeah.
All right, one last question. Anyone? Let's take one last question. Yes, no, maybe, no? All right, thank you very much. Thank you once again to everyone for joining us. Thank you, Yuvraj, for joining us. Yes?
Sorry, I don't have a question for you guys. I have an answer. Please don't misquote me or anything, okay? Thanks.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, on behalf of MoneyGram, thank you to each one of you for joining us for this press conference. Lunch has been served outside. Please join us for lunch. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.